Music education is at the very core of the mission of the Pennsylvania Philharmonic. Over half of our performances in any given year are done in schools, specifically for young people in grades 3 through 8. We find this is a time in their lives when they have the opportunity and perhaps the inclination to begin instrumental study. And I really hope that our concerts and our interaction with them creates a spark of interest and is a catalyst for these students to begin a relationship with music, not just as listeners, but also as, in a way, creators. So a couple of years ago, for example, we explored narrative and music, how composers can articulate elements of a story through various means. And we asked the students in the hall to help us create a unique musical story at each concert. We would ask them for ideas about characters, and a setting, and a plot, what should be happening. And then we, on the stage, responded to those ideas. We essentially improvised based on what the students were suggesting and asking us to do. And so the students really, at the end, felt that they were, and they were, a part of that unique experience of that concert. We performed the concert multiple times, of course, in various schools, but each one was a different experience, a unique experience that was created really by those specific students that were there. Last season, we looked at the way that music can affect our emotions, and we asked the students to give us different suggestions about the ways that we might change things that we were playing. Play it faster or slower, louder or softer, use different instruments, play it in a minor mode versus a major mode, and we then allowed them to see the way that those different choices, those different ways of playing music affected the way the music sounded to them. Made it sound joyful or sorrowful or frightening based on the way that they had, the suggestions that they had made. This year we're making our most ambitious foray into this interactivity yet, and that is we are exploring the way that music and other art forms have inspired one another. How can musicians, composers be inspired by visual art? And conversely, how can visual artists be inspired by music? How could poets be inspired by things that they hear, for example? And so we are asking students ahead of time to listen to a couple of pieces that they will do in their classes, and to respond to them first as visual artists, to create a painting or a drawing based on what they're hearing, and also as poets, to put words somehow to the emotions and to the feelings that they have as they listen to a separate piece of music. And then we're going to digitize their submissions and present them in tandem with the music at these concerts. So there will be a screen on the stage with the orchestra, and the students will get to see their visual art as well as their poems as we are playing the music. So in that way, they are really going to be brought into the concert experience as really co-creators of each of those concerts, which again will be unique. It's something that I'm really looking forward to doing. It's something that I think will be a memorable and hopefully very meaningful experience for these students this year.